Hello everyone, I'm Draconis March, and this is the Galaxy Gun. This is the Zeus that I've been working on forever, and the reason it took so long is because of all these aesthetic mods that I did. Everything is painted, even these sights and triggers. This is the first time I tried doing that, and we'll see how it goes. I clear coated them, so hopefully that helps them not wear out. What everybody's probably wanting to know about is this paint, the main color scheme. It is Rust-Oleum Color Shift Galaxy Blue, and it looks amazing. I wanted to make a video instead of just take pictures because it shifts colors in when light reflects off of it from different angles. Changes from blue to purple to a little bit of red in there, but it's really it's hard to do justice in video, but trust me when I say it just is amazing. You have to see it in person to see how great it really looks. The reason it took so long is because I kept having problems with the coats on this. I originally applied my first coat with one can of the paint, and then I taped over it to try to go back and do the black sections again. Black here in the trigger well, black here, black down here, and the magazine well is all black in the stock. I taped off the paint to go back and finish that off with another coat of black, a different kind of black than the base coat that was used for the color shifting paint, because it requires a black coat to work at all, or else it doesn't look like much of anything. So I taped it off, but and then did my painting and clear coating, and then when I took off the painter's tape, it left stupid, ugly residue that looked terrible, and I couldn't just wash it off. I tried, and so I just got another can of paint and decided to go over the whole thing again. I used fast mask down here in these weird shapes because when I used painter's tape, it was a pain in the ass. But the fast mask, I didn't do very well because I only did 2 coats and I probably should have done 3. I thought 2 thick coats were good enough, but 3 probably should have been done. So I've got some ugly edges where I peeled it. It's really bad on this side. This is the worst one. If you can see that. What I learned is that you really, really want to use a X-Acto knife around those edges to get it to come off properly in one piece, or else it will pull off other paint from around areas where you don't want it. I did these areas really well, but these did not turn out great. Might try to go over it again with something, I don't know, to fix it. But I might just say fuck it, because it was already such a huge time sink. There's other issues that I had while painting, which is that you're supposed to do light coats of this, and when you start off, yes, that's what you should do. However, to get it to look really shiny and really vibrant, like the front is a really good example. You need to do the final coat in a really thick, not running, of course, but it has to be thicker, or else it'll look duller. Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, probably not, but this area is duller looking than stuff up here, and that's mostly due to the fact that was a lighter finishing coat and not a thicker one. I had a lot of problems with trying to get a consistent coat on a weird shape like this. The shell has a bunch of weird ridges and holes and gaps that make getting a consistent coat on a pain in the ass. So if anybody has any useful tips for dealing with that, that'd be great. So the clear coat is a 2K Spray Max, automotive, high gloss enamel. Well, I don't know if it's enamel, probably not, but it's 2-part. It was a pain to use, pain to get the conditions right so I could use it because it's dangerous and you have to basically be outside. But it looks really good. But I had lots of problems getting it on my first time using that stuff, and I got splatters. Let's see if I can show you some of them. There's a splatter right here by the tactical rail. Foam Data Services, Tom from Foam Data Services helped me a lot with giving me the advice to sand those off and do them again. I didn't sand enough, I don't think, so they still are showing, but they're not nearly as ugly as before. And I didn't have another can of that clear coat to apply over everything again, so I kind of had a short time frame to remove those blemishes and then go over it again because that stuff only lasts like 24 hours once it's mixed. Time was kind of the essence, but still looks okay. You have to look pretty close to see those blemishes. So for the black stuff, I used a matte black vinyl dye and went over it with a matte clear coat. Did the same thing for all the black stuff, rails, all of that. Then for the silver stuff, I used a silver vinyl dye with semi-gloss clear coat, and I think that it looks really cool with the barrel painted silver. That looks awesome. Like I said, I painted the sight silver. However, I should have sanded down where the sight rests, where it's pinched between the plastic more, because moving it will scrape off the paint, and because it's really tight in there. Something that I might have to go back and revisit later. I even did the safety that I took off, or I took out the functionality, but I kept it in there because there would just be a hole, and I didn't want to fill it with putty. So I just painted it and put it and screwed it in there. So it doesn't do anything now. And then I also have this, which is a custom 3D printed magazine clip holder thingy. So the problem with the normal ones is that the nubs are really short and don't stick out of the blaster very far. And this guy in Canada makes ones that stick out much farther, so they're easier to grab. So those are nice. That's a nice little addition. However, I ran my wire through this, and around here and up into here for my plug. Unlike some people who ran it this way, I think I had the right idea, but I just didn't execute it perfectly because I think that the wire is kind of getting in the way of this. This is a stock Zeus that has the same piece, and it's easier to pull down this clip. It's also much looser in there. I don't know if that's paint in the way or something, or maybe it's the wire. I might have to open it up and look to make sure, because it's kind of annoying to get those stupid magazines in and out when it's tough to pull down the clip, the release system. As for internal mods, nothing special. 16 gauge rewire, 3S LiPo, high amp micro switch. Nothing special there. The battery compartment holder is now held in with neodymium magnets instead of those stupid screws, so it is way easier to replace, and it holds it very well. I can shake it really hard, and it's not going to come off by itself. So you just have to be careful, like I guess probably shouldering it. You might accidentally knock it loose if you're like clumsy klutz, but I don't know why people don't use neodymium magnets more, because they're awesome. Yeah, that's how I did it. So, like I said, I did the wiring differently. So, my wire is coming out here. You can't see it when it's covered, so I don't really care. When it's got the plate on, and you can't really see it. So, you stick the battery in, 3S 40C discharge, LiPo, and it just slides all the way in there, and clip it. So this is the problem that the thing that I'm currently trying to address. and that is that I used a wire mesh here, and the wire mesh is holding both the positive and negative wire. It really, on the ends, it really wants to fray. And so I put electrical tape over it, and that quickly proved to not be good enough. And then I put hot glue, and that's all. And it looks ugly. It doesn't look great. So I might end up just cutting off this stupid mesh and saying fuck it, but don't know what else to do about it because it's kind of on there, and I'd have to like completely remove the plug or something so I could get it on if I wanted to redo it, but I don't think I want to. Anyways, so it's causing more problems because how it works is feed the wires into the hole when you have the battery connected, and like that. So it's sitting like that. The battery tray has this little nub, this notch cut out so that it can hold that. It fits the wires through right nicely, and there it is. And I found out that Zeuses are really fucking loud. They rattle like nobody's business. Even stock Zeuses do the same thing, just not as frequently in their extremely loud vibrations. If anybody has any advice for fixing that loud-ass noise, that'd be cool. But I guess I can do a little firing demo, even though it's nothing special on the internal. So, but I'll do a little firing demo anyways. And now I'll never find those balls again. Seriously, those balls go wherever the fuck they want, and it's usually somewhere that you can never find them. I think that covers everything. So anyways, there you have it. The Galaxy gun. Bye.